Well folks, welcome back to the workshop. New one today, wee Makita time day. Wee mini Makita, a TM30D, 12 volt Makita multi-tool. Haven't seen one of these before, didn't even know Makita done a wee mini 12 volt multi-tool. Now, see what's wrong with us straight away, because I had to go up and get a battery from the shop here. Don't actually have one of these in the workshop. And of course, fiddling with the switch going up the stairs, realise it's not actually changing. So this might be a simple wee fix. Well, we hope anyway. She's just not putting the switch on to switch it on. So let's see what we can do with this. Bit light duty this machine. Only 12 volt, the DC motor, but for the likes of a kitchen maker or something like that, or a cabinet maker, it'd be perfect for the likes of them. Nice and small and compact. So what's going on here? Doesn't look bad. Maybe it is just the switch. That's exactly what it is. Switch inking on. It's not your standard little micro switch. Actually a different design. Soldered on. We'll look up the breakdown diagram to see how easy this is to get. See if it's actually sold separately. Nice wee controller on this thing, mind you. Actual metal controller, metal potted controller. It's an aluminium tray basically with the control module put in and potted on. It's nice for heat distribution, so this shouldn't overheat too easily. Very nice wee machine. It even has a 25 amp car fuse put on it yet. So in case it ever does take too much load, that'll pop before this will pop. And just a wee small 12 volt DC motor. Nice wee motor it is. And a wee general head then. These things aren't doing an awful lot. Motor spinning and just oscillating. An offset bearing, which is just hooked onto a little fork here. So as the bearing goes round, it just moves the fork back and forth. That's hooked onto this here wee spindle and just moves the blade back and forth very gently. Or not gently, very small amount, but does it very fast. Right, we'll see if this is available, how much it is, and if we can get it quick. Right, there's your machine. There's the switch, part number 24. So that is available separately. So there's the motor, the wee coupling, switch lever, the parts inside the head. Actually most bits for this here. And has as a controller as well, obviously, with a speed control as well with it. So that's going to be the most expensive part of this. So 24, £4 for that little switch. So not expensive. But it is only in this one machine, so it might make it a wee bit rarer to get. So it might take a bit longer to get this in. So need to order this today and see when it comes on. So if it's only just used in this one machine, it might take longer to get it. The more machines or parts in, the more likely they are suppliers will have it in stock. Well, it's only the one. It means it has to be a common part to fail for them to have it in stock. So if we have to wait for it, we might just try and pop it open first and see if we can fix the switch itself. There is little tabs on this anyway for holding it together, so maybe we might be able to do this. Without slicing myself, that is. Also nice to see why it actually failed. This is all burnt as well. Alright, so it looks like the little slider itself is what's actually failed. So no fixing it, in other words. So that should be attached on. That should be one piece. And that should be hooked on to this here little wiper. So as it goes back and forth, it pulls this back and forth. So it pulls it back. It's always connected onto this end. This little piece here. That's the contact here. Whenever it slides forward, it makes contact with us and connects up the other end. So we can't fix this. We're going to have to replace. In other words, we have to order done and wait for it to arrive. So I'm off to a bad start today, Monday morning, and we already are waiting on parts. That's her. Leave that now. Well, this thing actually comes on. Well, that didn't take all that long actually. It's been 2 weeks and the part's on. 2 weeks isn't too bad to be waiting. Sometimes you can be waiting longer, sometimes less. So that's the part done. Let's get her back together. So that's the part number if you're ever looking for it. Not expensive, only about €5 plus the VAT. But it's only a wee basic switch. Bag inside a bag for this one. That's the part, all soldered on. Just fitting it. Crump connectors. Oh, and a spade connector. Oh, that's a wee bit more awkward. Just see if I have one of them first. Put 2 of these over anyway, just in case. Actually, I thought that looked a lot fancier than what it was. Thought it was one of these connectors and a plastic sleeve, but it's not. It's actually just a crump connector, is all it is. Just a round terminal crump connector with a female spade end. So I'll just stick that wee blue one on instead. Sometimes they take these nicer spade connectors where normally they do, with 2 actual wee lugs for holding the cable on. These are wee short ones here that actually clamp over and fold themselves over like that there on top of the wire, make a good secure connection, and then the bigger ones in actually fold over again onto the cable sheath and hold it on tight. They're a very good connector. You just get them sometimes with little covers they actually go inside of. This isn't a cover, this is just a wee crump connector. It's just a round hole. The wires go on and you just crump it, crush it. That's all it is. But like this one, which is very big for all this is. Same idea, just a crump connector. I'll also just look which way that was set on. Terminals are at the top. Yeah, slide her up to switch her on. And these are already split. So plenty of meat in the wire anyway. There's plenty of room to put this on. I'm saying it looks like a big crump that's on, but these cables are actually quite heavy. This one might be a little bit small. But as long as the wires initially fit in, you're good to go. It's just crumping them, hold them together. Push them in, there's a steel ring inside. Crush the steel ring with a pair of crimps. That holds it tight. Just give them a wee tug to make sure they're definitely in right. Now this one, we just need to put it in along with this little fine wire. A wee bit more. God love crimp connectors. Simple and effective. Where did it run off to? Nice and tight. That can just slide back on. This can just go back in. Everything else just sits in. That's in there. And the wee slide switch. It's just one solid piece. Just hooks on, drops in. Nice and simple. That is all just sitting up in here. Just tuck it down. There's nothing getting nipped. It's all in place. Make sure that's all on. I should be good to go. Like how that's sitting. Just want to make sure there's nothing up in there. Seemed like a wee spring or something to the cover, so sometimes that can be a sign something's got nipped. No, looks okay. Ah, we did forget this. Take it was on like that. Suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? Which way was that on now? It's actually getting in the way. Would you go on? Right, that looks better. Much better. That's just to keep it nice and secure. Now it should close. It's always interesting working on a new tool. Makes a change. That's our one wee Makita 12-volt multi-tool. Up and running again with a new switch. Basically switch, I suppose for all it's doing. What'll be wrong with it? It's only just sliding a light slide switch to knock this on. That is a TM30 Makita multi-tool up and running again. That's how you change the switch on them. Nice handy wee machine, but I wouldn't want to be using that for too long. She's small and she's compact, wouldn't be all that powerful, but there's a lot of vibrations out of that thing. The bigger ones are better to keep the vibrations down, and these can make a lot of noise and vibrate your hand quite a bit. That is a bit much, to be honest. I know it's only a 12 volt. But there's quite a rattle out of it. Anyway, that's how you fix one. If you ever have a problem with it and it stops working, that's how you quickly change the switch. They're fairly cheap as well. Anyway folks, thanks for watching. As always, if you're liking the videos, drop us a wee like and a subscribe there. And stay tuned to the channel, we have plenty more stuff to fix. Anyway folks, that's it. As always, if you're liking the channel and... Anyway folks, that's it. As always, if you're enjoying the videos and you're liking the tool repairs, make sure to drop us a wee like there. And if you want to help out the channel, make sure to hit subscribe there too. But till next time, I'll chat to you later. But anyway, that's her up and running again.